Friendship, a precious gift for teens. Friends boost teen health. Hey everyone, today I want to share something that I think is super important. Especially for those of us who are parents or have kids in their teenage years. It's all about friendship, a huge part of our teens' lives at this stage. I truly believe that friendships don't just bring joy to our kids, they also deeply affect their emotions, their mental health, and even how they grow up later on. It might sound simple, but when you dig into it, you'll see why this is something we parents should encourage from early on. Let's dive in together. Wanting to hang out with friends, totally normal and special for teens. Have you ever noticed how, when our kids hit their teenage years, especially around middle school, they suddenly want to spend more time with their friends than at home? There are days when I call my kid down for dinner, and they're too busy texting friends. Or on weekends, they just want to head over to a friend's house. At first, I felt a little sad, even thinking, why isn't my kid as close to me like they used to be? Why are they always chasing after friends? Sometimes I'd worry they were too distracted to focus on school or that they might hang out with the wrong crowd. But then I came across something from Professor Daniel J. Siegel, a well-known clinical psychology expert, and it clicked for me. He says this phase is completely natural. He believes that teens craving friends is tied to biology. Sounds surprising, right? But here's the thing. As kids grow up and start stepping out into the world, friends become their emotional support system. It's like how animals in the wild rely on their pack to survive. Teens need their group too. It's wired into who we are as humans. And it really hit me how true this is. One time, my kid came home and said, "Mom, my friend didn't want to hang out with me today. And I feel so down." I used to brush it off as just kids being kids. But science says when teens get left out by friends, their brain reacts like it's physical pain. That hurt isn't small at all. So when they say, "I feel left out," it's not something trivial, it's a big deal for them. As a parent, I've learned not to downplay that kind of pain anymore. Friendship, a mental boost for our kids. You won't believe how amazed I was when I read about what friendship does for teens. Scientists have proven that it's not just about having fun, it's deeply tied to their happiness and overall mental well-being. There was this study with over 111,000 teens. And the results blew me away. Kids who get along well with their friends tend to have better mental health, fewer signs of depression, and a stronger sense of belonging, that feeling of being part of something. And that's not all. Friendship brings so many other awesome benefits. When my kid hangs out with their best friend, I see them light up, they laugh more. They're more optimistic. Research even says it boosts their immune system, builds their self-esteem, and get this, it can help them live longer. I was like, wow, friends matter this much to my kid? As parents, it makes me realize we've got to help them find good friends to have by their side. Teen friendships, the foundation for a strong mind in adulthood. Have you ever thought that childhood friends don't really matter once our kids grow up? I used to think that too. I figured when they're adults, they'd move on, make new friends that fit their jobs or their age, and those old friendships would just fade away. But boy, was I wrong. Scientists have found that kids who have close friendships growing up tend to have more stable mental health as adults. And by close friendships, they don't mean having tons of friends or being the popular kid. It's about those real, deep connections where our kids can be themselves, share their hearts, and feel loved without pretending to be someone they're not. I read about this study in the journal Child Development that compared two groups of teens. Group 1 had tight-knit, genuine friendships, while Group 2 were the popular kids with lots of friends but not much depth. They followed these kids for years, and by the time they hit 25, the ones from Group 1 had higher self-esteem, less social anxiety, and lower rates of depression compared to Group 2. I got emotional reading that. It turns out those moments when my kid chats about their friends or comes home happy after hanging out aren't just fleeting joys. They're building blocks for their future. So, my friends, I think we should encourage our kids to spend time with their buddies. Especially as they start middle school. Let's not hesitate to help them find quality friends because it's a priceless gift for their hearts. Not just now, but for years to come. Closing. See what I mean? Friendship in the teenage years isn't just about playtime. It's a key part of helping our kids grow up healthy and happy. I hope these thoughts help us understand and support our kids better as they build these beautiful connections. Our kids deserve great friends, don't they?